Hey everybody, Ben here. I have a message for someone that's going through a transformation. Sounds like a pretty great rebirth and an important somebody. So, what came through is so it begins here at the wall. And the wall, I should say the saying here at the wall, I thought of the National Treasure movie, and it's a clue which they were very close to finding the treasure. So, we're very close to this hidden treasure, obviously, to provide an enormous amount of history and abundance. Smothered in ash, a newborn. What came to my mind then was a phoenix rising from the ashes. A good fire is roaring. To be put out shall not be for the weak. Stand tall in your sovereignty. A king is born. I also began to write queen, so don't take gender wise. Obviously, if you're looking at tarot, it's masculine, feminine. It's not so much gender related. And then a word I don't know came through. I looked it up. I replaced an I. I replaced a Y with an I, but I believe it's pronounced Samashti. It's a Sanskrit word. Means collective, whole, totality, interconnected of all things, cosmo. The cosmos are as a single entity, which I thought was pretty cool to come through. So our first card was King of Cups reversed. This could be unable to process our emotions or inner struggle, but also, if we look at, excuse me, look at the guy standing in the water. If we flipped him upside down, his head would be in the water, as in our emotions, we're unable to process these. Or maybe I did get some inclination that uh, this could have been another person holding us back in a way. Next card, Four of Pentacles reversed. Letting go of external validation came through strong for me. I've been speaking about that a lot with my random word of the day, and looking at the aspect of staying small. When we stay in a place of seeking external validation, whether physically, like materially, house, car, money, portfolio, 401k, everything they're selling, in the external as what you should be or what you should be experiencing, as well as people in general, relationships, the way we present ourselves, seeking this external validation when really, we should only be validating ourselves internally. I quick note on that. I mentioned, excuse me, I mentioned about foundation. So if we look at the foundation of a house that is buried, we don't see the foundation. All we see is the exterior unless somebody comes into the house. And the exterior, your landscape, your paint, your siding, your roof, all of that, that is us, how we present ourselves. No one would see the foundation. If we built our house, we would see that process that is buried. And the only thing that anybody's going to know about the foundation is what we tell them or what they assume. The external of our house, if you will, the siding, the roof, sure, it does keep some water out, aka that external validation from people or things will church up our ego a little bit, make us feel good, or if we get a hurricane, it might rip some siding off and let some water through the windows, however you want to look at it. But the only thing holding that up is the foundation, which no one sees. And the only way that we can have a foundation with ourselves is to build it ourselves inside. And that's not going to be able to be seen. Nothing in the external is going to build that for us. That's something that we need to do on our own. Our next card, Ace of Wands. New beginnings, breakthrough and potential. Obviously, going through any type of transition, whether it's a loss or a massive change in some type, which can be looked at as a loss, is a painful experience. To be smothered in ash, we burnt down to nothing, or, we lost everything around us, or we changed everything around us. This could have also been internal. Our outlook, our views, our mindset. And normally these walks are done alone, or the external is trying to stop us, bring us back to the way things were. What else did I have written down for that? A breakthrough in potential. If we let go of limiting beliefs or uh, induced view of how things should take place or where we should be in life or what is important to us versus what the external is saying is important to us, can lead to a breakthrough of saying, oh wow, I don't want any of this. I want to go in this direction. And it may be difficult when there's no support to propel you in that direction. When a king or queen is born, we do have the King of Wands, creative vision, leadership, action. This is what comes of it. When we do internal work or healing or come into our authenticity, great things can happen in a leadership role or just on a small scale in our own life. That fulfillment, healing ourselves heals others. This propels so much more with that word, samashti, collective, whole, interconnected of all things, which I truly do believe we are. This creates the ripple effect. And, most of the time when we see it in our world, we go directly to help others before helping ourselves. And sure, it does help in the physical aspect, but doing the internal work has such a huge ripple effect, even beyond, I think, most of us can truly even see, even highly advanced people that, see it go into the other dimensions and the cosmos and whatnot. It has such a farther reach than we truly do know. Our last card is King of Pentacles reversed. I think this is a reminder or a warning of coming into this new place of not acting out of, using our abilities or our insights to, obviously do bad, but abuse the system, take advantage of people, using other people's work to get ahead, all these kind of things. When we're put in a position of power, and in essence, whether on a personal level or a broader scale, there does become a responsibility. Obviously, it's everyone's choice, but be the, what's the saying? I don't know what the saying is, but it's be the version of you that you want to see in the world. I think something along those lines. And if you look at all the leaders, whether in work situations, parents, schools, colleges, and then up into larger CEO aspects or people on social media, and then politics, world leaders, look at all the things. Everybody could complain about something in those situations. And I think it's, don't replicate that. Be the change in the world you want to see. I think it's the same. We have, if you're in this position, you have that responsibility, and it's obviously up to you to do what you want. But if you're just looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, it is a warning that, what's given to us can also be taken away if we do the wrong with it. So I'll leave it at that, and I wish you all the best. Take care.